for that letter. And we talked about solving or isolating by doing reverse BEDMAS. You remember that from yesterday? So we have to isolate for that letter by doing opposite operation, reverse BEDMAS. So if you are going to evaluate this, so this is 4 over C minus equals to 9. What's the first thing you want to get rid of? What's the first thing that you want to get rid of? The C, you want to leave it here for now, okay? So if I give you a value for C, what do you do? If I tell you C is 10, what do you do here? You put it in and then you do 4 over 10 and then minus 3, right? And then you have to do 4 over 10 first and then you subtract 3. Remember when I'm isolating, I'm doing the reverse of that, okay? So because I add minus 3 last, I want to get rid of minus 3 first, okay? So I want to get rid of this first. By getting rid of it, I'm going to have to move it to the other side of the equal sign, and that becomes 4 over C equals to 9 plus 3. Yes? Because what's the opposite of subtracting 3? Adding 3. Okay? So I got rid of that negative 3, brought it over the equal sign, it became a plus 3. So basically that's 4 over C equals to 12. Now, C is in the denominator, which is not usual, okay? But it happens. It's not always perfect. So in order for me to be able to isolate for C, I have to put it in the numerator. Otherwise, I can't isolate for it when it's in the denominator. So one way I can do that, if I want to get rid of that division by C, what do I do? What's the opposite of division? Multiply. So I have to multiply both sides by C, right? Or bring it over as a multiplication. So that's going to be 4 equals 12C. Okay? Because the opposite of division is multiplication. Now, C is in the numerator now, right? It's not in the denominator anymore, which is easy now. To get rid of that 12, what do I do? Divide by 12, right? Because the opposite of multiplication is division. So it's going to be 4 divided by 12 equals to C, which is C equals to 1/3. Okay? So the main thing is you ask yourself, what kind of operation do I have? How can I get rid of that operation? What is its opposite operation? Are you guys okay with this? Okay. For D, I have D minus 8. That's going to be a D here. So let's change this to a D. D minus 8 over 3 equals to D plus 4 over 2. So I have to isolate for D, but I have D on both sides. Okay? So it's going to require more work to put them on the same side. The first thing you want to get rid of is your denominator. You see that division by 3 and division by 2? You want to get rid of that. So to get rid of the division by 3 and the division by 2, what do I do? Because what I'm doing division, what's the opposite of division? Multiply. Okay? There's a process here called cross multiplication. Okay? So I can do it in 2 steps, but to make it easier and less steps, what we do here is we actually cross multiply. Have you heard of that before? Have you seen that before? Okay? So we cross multiply. I have division on both sides, so I multiply this by 2 and I multiply this by 3. okay? So that's going to be 2 all times d minus 8 equals to 3 times d plus 4. Okay? Why does this work? Okay? You don't have to write this, but I'm going to show you why this works. Can you just pay attention, and I'll give you some time to write this. You don't have to write this part, okay? So if I want to get rid of that division by 3, I bring it over and it becomes multiplication by 3. Yeah, you guys agree with that? So I bring this over and it becomes d minus 8 equals to 3 times d plus 4 over 2. Okay? So I brought this one over here and it became multiplication. Now, I still have a division here that I want to get rid of. So now, I have to bring that division by 2 to this side and make it multiplication. So it's going to be 2 times d minus 8 equals to 3 times d plus 4, yes? Yes? So does this right here that's written in green, the same thing as what I wrote in red right here in one step? It's exactly the same, okay? But basically what I do is I think about it as cross multiplication, multiply, multiply, and get it. Okay? Now, I got rid of my denominator. Now I want to get rid of these brackets because I need to be able to move things around. And then brackets means jail. I can't move things around when they're in brackets. So if I want to remove the brackets, what do I do with that too?
Times it by everything in the bracket.
That's right. So we distribute that 2 inside everything in the bracket. We talked about it yesterday, right? So that's going to be 2d minus 16 equals to, same with on the other side, I have to distribute my 3 in. So that's going to be 3d plus 12. Now I have d on both sides, and I want the d's to be on the same side. I want the numbers to be on the same side. Okay? So basically, I have the choice of moving the 3d over to the left or moving the 2d over to the right. It doesn't matter. I usually like to move the smaller one toward the bigger one, just so I don't end up with negatives. Nothing more than that. So basically, I'm going to move the 2d to this side, and it becomes minus 2d. And then in turns, I'm going to move the 12 to this side because I want the numbers together. So that's going to be negative 16 minus 12 equals to 3d minus 2d. Are you guys okay with that? So I did 2 steps in one. Okay, I'm trying to reduce the amount of work that I have to do, or steps that I have to write. Are you guys okay with that? So I moved the like terms to the same side. So negative 16 minus 12, that's negative 28, equals to 3d minus 2d, that's a d. I'm done, right? So d equals to negative 28. I just want to remind you guys that the only time you can do cross multiplication if the division happens for all the terms. So you see how d minus 8 is all divided by 3 and d plus 4 is all divided by 2? This is when I can do the cross multiplication. The minute I have something that looks like this, I can't do the cross multiplication. I have to move my negative 3 first, then do the multiplication. Okay, I have to get rid of that number negative 3 first. Okay? This is from your worksheet. So you want to isolate for A. What do you want to get rid of first? You want to get rid of the plus 2, right? So you want to bring the plus 2 over. Remember, if you have a number by itself, you want to get rid of that number first. So if I bring the plus 2 over, it becomes a minus 2. So I have 4 equals to A over 4. How do I get rid of that over 4? Multiply by 4. So bring it over as a multiplication, and it's going to be 4 times 4, which is 16. This is also from your homework, or from the worksheet. What do I want to get rid of first? Negative 6. What does it become when you bring it over? So I have x over 4 equals to 1. Then I have to multiply by 4. So x equals 4. Are you guys okay with this? There will be a unit where you have to do isolation in grade 12, right? So these skills are going to help you to do that properly. So in this case, what do I want to get rid of first? The 6. Because in this case, the whole 5 plus x is divided by 6. So the first thing you want to get rid of is 6. In these cases, right, only x was divided by 4. So that's why I got rid of the negative 6 first. So to get rid of the division by 6, it becomes a multiplication by 6. So negative 1 times 6, that's negative 6. Then bring the 5 over, becomes minus 5. So that equals to negative 11. What do you guys want to do here first? Get rid of the brackets, right? And how do you do that?
Move the 144 times 5.
No. So there's 2 ways that you can solve this. Okay?
The 12 into the brackets.
So multiply the 12 into the bracket to get rid of the brackets, right? Remember that this is multiplication here, so you have to distribute that 12 in. Okay? So that's going to be 144 equals 12x plus 60. Why negative 12x? Oh, okay, because I did not see that negative. There you go. Thank you. So that's negative 60. Okay, then what do I get rid of?
60.
Then negative 60, I bring it over, it becomes a positive 60. So that's going to be 204. And then to get rid of the negative 12, I divide by negative 12. What's 204 divided by negative 12? Negative 7? Okay. Can you guys think of another way that I can solve this? Or are you guys okay with this? You don't want to learn the second one?
I'm kind of curious.
Curious? So think about what's happening between that negative 12 and the brackets. What kind of operation? What's happening? What am I doing when I'm distributing this? That's FOIL, I'm multiplying, right? Yeah? Okay. So what's the opposite of multiplication if I want to get rid of that negative 12, if I want to bring it over? Division. So I can actually divide 144 by negative 12. So that's give me negative 12 equals x plus 5. And then bring over the 5. Right? So because I know there's going to be here multiplication, right? I can get rid of that multiplication. Okay? So either way is correct. Either way is going to give you the right answer. It's just whatever comes to your mind first. Okay? So what I want you to do, there is another page at the back page. I want you to pick, you can do like, let's say, the odd questions if you want. Do the odd questions, okay? And then we'll take up the next lesson